Barrister, let's move to the next. Let me show you this. It's something slightly different, but it has to do with corruption as well, but not completely in that line. Barrister, this is your own area of your specific area of expertise. EFCC threatens to arrest lawyers paid with corruption proceeds. If you go through the, let's see if I can zoom it. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. Can you read that, Barrister, clearly?
Yeah, I can read some of it.
The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has issued a stern warning to lawyers who accept payments from clients involved in corrupt activities. Now, I don't want to go further. You know what the story is. You can read further if you want. For those of you who are viewing us, you can read that, but it has to do with lawyers who are defending criminals. That's a simple word. Barrister, this EFCC chairman is a lawyer. I don't know. Let me even ask, because I was surprised to read this. I remember this was one of my discussions with you those days, so several years ago, where I've been let me take this off the screen. I remember I have been an opponent of defense for criminals, people who you know that this person really committed this crime, yet you as a lawyer you want to defend, or you go ahead to defend such person. I remember bringing such topic, and I was so a kind of very, very mad at that such a scenario. And you told me something as a lawyer. I said, look, that is what is entailed. It's just like a doctor. It's just like a doctor, which I think you were the one who gave me the analogy. No. I think that's my analogy, the analogy from my head. Just like what you told me that day was just like a doctor who, no matter whether you are a criminal or not, the moment you are injured or you need medical attention, whoever, regardless of who you are, as a doctor, your first primary assignment is to save life, to make sure that person lives, no matter, regardless of who or what that person has done. So, and the same thing you told me happens when it comes to lawyers. Even if they are confirmed, proven to be or whatever, that they will always have someone. And that is why even in the government setting, if you cannot, even as a criminal, confirmed criminal, even if you cannot defend yourself, you still have government-appointed lawyers to defend you. Am I right, Barrister?
You are quite correct.
So what the hell is going on with EFCC chairman, who is also who happens to be a lawyer? Why did he say such?
I think he's been unnecessarily exuberant, because we the lawyers in Nigeria have been having a running battle with EFCC. Over the years, the matter has gone to court twice. By our own professional ethics and our rules, there is already provision for some of the things the EFCC want to take over. They want to sort of run out of business. Some of the things they propose does not make sense. I, as a lawyer, if somebody comes to me with a case, with a problem, and I interview him, I charge him money, and he pays, am I now supposed to require him to prove to me how he got the money?
That's the point.
If that's the case, how will I make my living? That's the first point. It does not make sense for somebody who comes to a lawyer to represent him, for the lawyer to now begin to delve into his business, whether it's genuine or not, whether he acquired his money by corrupt means or not. It does not make sense. In any case, a democratic, let's say, even though we have already talked about the fact that we are not running what we are running is a fake and fraudulent democracy.
Yes.
But in a society governed by the rule of law, even by our constitution, you are presumed innocent until you are proven guilty. And it is not EFCC that proves a person guilty.
Yeah,
it is the court.
Mm-hmm.
In the same way that EFCC, when they are boasting about arrest, yeah, you can arrest, but where does that arrest take you? Can you get a conviction? That's another thing. Arresting somebody, that is where you
but my own problem is that is my own problem with this arrest. Of course they can, but my problem is this is abuse of power, because you know that this is against the law. That's my point. Why are you abusing the power?
The whole security agencies apparatus of Nigeria have been wired in a way that makes them think that they themselves are above the law.
That's the point.
Because constitutionally, if we are to follow the constitution, you are not supposed to arrest and investigate. You are supposed to investigate up to the point that you get sufficient information. And that is why the constitution prescribes that if you arrest somebody and a court is within that place, you are to charge the person to court within 24 hours. The presumption is that you have already done your investigation. You have already carried out your investigation, but the reverse is the case. They arrest first before they start investigation in Nigeria. So the understanding by security agencies in Nigeria has been wrong from the least to the highest, from the constable in the police to the IG. They have a wrong mentality of what the system should be. So come back to EFCC threatening to arrest lawyer. Somebody came to me and I took his case and he paid me. What offense have I committed? Do I have the power, the resources to go and investigate whether the money he paid to me was fraudulently obtained or was obtained by corrupt means? What is the job of the EFCC? Is that not the job of the EFCC? Now they came with what is called SCUME, and they wanted every lawyer to sign a form and report monthly payments received by the lawyer, more than $1,000, and I think 5 million. You fill a form and submit it to EFCC, showing how you have interrogated your client as to his means of income. Now tell me, which lawyer will now remain in business if that thing is supposed to happen? NBA went to court and the court struck out those provisions. They amended the rules and brought in specifically listed lawyers as part of those people who were to submit monthly returns to EFCC.
Wow.
Again, we have gone to court, and again, the court has struck out those. So we have had a running battle with EFCC. They have powers to close down or suspend somebody's operation of his account. They have very wide powers, and we meet abuse of these powers virtually every day. Now, when the EFCC chairman is coming out and shouting that he will arrest a lawyer, I'm here, let you arrest me. Does things end with arrest? You arrest me and go to court and the court discharge me. In what way have you advanced the fight against corruption?
That's the point.
Let's be serious. When somebody is talking like that, I know that they are playing to the garage. They are not being serious. Let's calm down. We have parameters. The EFCC operates within its own act and the constitution and rules enforced in Nigeria. Let's try as much as possible to operate within the laws, because these laws have been made to ensure a decent operation by security agencies and a decent society. But we see something different. We see the arrogance that the operatives operate, and we see the threats that they make to people. So we have, in every society, I'll just give you an example. You know very well in the US, they have moved from trying to get the police to trying to get system allowing people to record police action to making it mandatory for police to carry camera on their body.
Body camera.
So that when they are operating, the body cam will record their operations by themselves. So you see, in advanced countries, they move from derogating from the powers of the security agencies because they know the abuse inherent in trusting human beings with wide powers. So they try as much as possible to prevent that abuse. In our own country, we go to the opposite. We try to give the security agencies more and more and more powers. But we see that it does not even work that way. Even with the wide, extensive powers that are given, they are not able to even tackle the challenges, whether security, whether financial crime, whether every other crime. They are not able to do it. So the chairman of EFCC, who happens to be a lawyer, should sit down, re-examine the operations of the EFCC. We have technology today that can be deployed. We have systems that can be deployed to help them tackle the challenges of financial crimes and corruption. They should leave the lawyers aside. Assuming even somebody stole money and he is arrested and he pays me as a lawyer out of that money, by law, I'm not precluded from representing him. And I'm not under an obligation to represent him free of charge. We are private lawyers. We do not benefit from government allowances for accommodation, for medical facilities for ourselves and for our children, for everything, for our cars, for fueling, for feeding, for anything. We get and go along with what we get from our clients. Now you come along and threaten to arrest lawyers who charge corrupt. Who determined that the person was a corrupt person? Is it the court? You as EFCC has no power to declare anybody a corrupt person. That's the mistake they continue to make, and that is their wrong mentality from which they approach their job. And that is part of the problem.
Well, I don't know. You just said it all. The arrogance of people in leadership is just out of place, honestly. Okay, I think that is it for today. Barrister, thank you so very much. I appreciate that you honored this invitation once again, as you always do. And viewers, this brings us to the end of the show for today. My name is JIBRIN. This is my angle. This is what we do here. If you have been watching us, this is exactly what we do. And if you want to keep watching us, if you want to see more of such, just if you have not, please subscribe. And if you have, set on your notification bells. And we are on all social media platforms. Subscribe to our platforms and follow us. Follow our programs, and you will be glad you did. All right, and that brings us to the close of the show. Thank you, Barrister.
Thank you.